It's a treasure map. Hey y'all. So, I wasn't planning on talking about Uncharted, mostly because most video game movies, they face one of two problems. First problem is that video games can cram in a lot more lore and backstory and characters than a movie can. So trying to take everything that makes a game special and cramming it down into 2 hours can make the problem that games like the Assassin's Creed movie face. Every bit of Assassin's Creed lore into 2 hours, and it just becomes cramped and stuffed, and it just does not work. Or you have the other problem that a game can have, where it's the same thing where you try to adapt a cartoon into a live action. We like the story in the way it was told originally, but then when you try to take Mario and put him into a live action setting, it doesn't look good. Except for Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers, masterpiece that movie is. To my surprise, Uncharted actually ended up being pretty good, and that's kind of why I want to talk about it real quick. I'm not gonna make like a whole breakdown of this movie. This is just gonna be real quick of what I think it does do that kind of gives hope to other video game adapted films. It's still not a film that you're gonna watch like 100 times over. It's not that good. I personally could see myself watching it maybe one more time and then never really looking at it again. What I think Uncharted did very well was it's not trying to take the original story of any one of the Uncharted games and put it into a film. You can definitely see where events and missions from the games inspired moments in this movie, but they're never like one-to-one, this is straight up a ripoff of, or this is a straight adaptation of one of the games. The only thing that was ripped straight from the games was in the trailer. It's the dangling out of a cargo plane and on a cargo box mission that I think was in the second game, I think. Yeah, that's the only thing that was ripped straight from the game. Otherwise, everything is just inspired by it. And I think that is a step in the right direction for video game movies. The big problem that video game movies face is taking away interactivity of a story. But if you have a story that is just, like Uncharted, inspired by the game, but not directly the story of the games, I think it can work. Another way you could probably do that is for like the more big, huge, expansive worlds like Skyrim or Fallout. Don't do a story of the Lone Wanderer. Do a story that is set in the Fallout universe, but otherwise is completely new and something that people don't already have an attachment to. Because, like I said, video game stories are special because of what an individual player puts into it, what they decide to do in the game, where and when they decide to do the story, or how they explore a mission area. But obviously, a film, there's only one way the film can go, and that's whatever the director and the writer decided to have happen in the movie. This is just a real quick, it was good. If you like the Uncharted games, I think you'll like this movie. And so I would say give it a watch and then never think about it again. But overall, step in the right direction for video game movies. I would consider Uncharted to be a win for those kinds of adaptations. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I would watch this one more time. But anyway, that's... Oh crap, I kicked my tripod. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to kick you guys. That's all I have for today. Please let me know what your thoughts are on Uncharted. Do you think it is a worthy adaptation of the Uncharted games? Do you think it's a step in the right direction for video games? Do you think that they should just stop adapting video games altogether? Give me your overall thoughts down in the comments below, and remember to subscribe. Stay awesome, everybody.